Hello, Anne, and this is your reading for basically it's a special I kind of do, even though it's not really specific, but I really love just reading whatever there is. But I focused on your life journey, and you're really concerned about career or what to do next. So that's what I focused on. So I'm hoping all those answers will come out. I use one hand because I record from my phone. I did pre-shuffle the cards, and I did focus on that too. I don't know how much I'm sorry, I don't know what it is with me today. I'm stumbling with words. How familiar you are with coffee cup readings. I've done them on my life, so I'm going to give you a really quick indication because I don't do that on YouTube. I usually just go right into the readings. It's just fluid energy. I've been doing it all my life. It's very complex. I mean, I don't know how much you know about it. It's a very fine coffee ground. It's like that Turkish type of coffee. It's almost powdery. It is powdery. So I do drink that. I do drink the coffees. I tip it on the plate. I let that dry 10 minutes. Then I remove it onto the napkin. Now, one interesting thing about yours is that I had a hard time picking it off the plate. Sometimes that means you're not supposed to read it, but it did come off. That just could mean that you're a very private person. That's another thing we see it. But you could also make a wish, because usually we call those the prophet cup, meaning if you're not supposed to read it, the message isn't supposed to be read, just make a wish. Then I do tip them over for about 20 minutes, 50 minutes, which is almost 20 now to read. Yeah, it is about 20. And like, I'm going to tip this over. I look at basically the energies of it. I mean, the color of the cups. First of all, I'll get to your reading. It's very strong. But I divide into sections. Now, this is just one focus reading. So I kind of focused on that, and that's how I'm going to divide it all together. So if it was a general reading, then I incorporate a lot of things together. But I see figures in that. It's just knowing it. And it's like, for example, with my friend, she was looking at something and we couldn't make sense of why the coffee cup was saying something else. And then later it was like, oh, it made sense. So I just want to give you a little bit of rundown. But what I want to say right away, and it just pops up, I do sometimes say it, even if it pertains not to it, but you have, okay, we all are born with intuition, but you have, you're very intuitive, definitely, and very intelligent, very highly creative. You know how to balance between the scientific mind, the metaphysical mind. Not many people can, and you see nuances that others don't. So that's one thing that I did see here. It's really interesting. Very private. You are very private too. It's like you have a hard time. No, not that you do socialize. It's just there's a hard time of sometimes either people understanding that you need your privacy, or yeah, that's the best I could say. Well, we're going to get into your focus here. You do have massive changes happening. You definitely, you're definitely on the right path. Things that you worked for all year, in a way, is going to be coming to fruition. I'm seeing that. You know, the message I'm seeing here, it's like you're almost to say your apprenticeship is over. It's like you need to be open to receive. It's like excuses. There's no more. You know what you need to do, and you're going to do it, is the message I'm getting here. So if it doesn't make sense, it should later. I just read what I see. I am seeing that energy. I am seeing also like unexpected type of surprises or propositions. There could be a lot of indecisions here too. So we are seeing that energy. Okay. I am seeing transformation, especially into your life path. You actually are lucky because you do have a life path coming through here. And it is with career. It is definitely a new direction, and it's a reshuffle at the same time. Okay, the unbelievable thing I see here is you have so much creativity. You can almost do anything you set your mind to. But there is this calling, you know, it's like, it's practically, it's telling me it's like teaching. Whether it's teaching arts, music, dance, education, that is something that is like calling you up. And again, there's something connected here to, for instance, forensics. I'm into forensics, okay? Like medical forensics. That's something there is showing up too. It's like your life path and pushing you in there. It's almost like it's a earthy type of analytic type of energy, and teaching. There is something for the better humanity. So I know you were looking for a more humanitarian pursuit, and that really is showing a life calling, and you're really going to be following it by your intuition. Let that guide you. I am seeing, you know, I also see money going out, but I also see it coming back in. There is finalizations of some agreements or accounts in your finances, something like that. You're like disconnected from something financially. I don't know how else to say it. It's like finalizing or closing up a settlement too. That's what's interesting, is what I'm seeing here. Also, because, you know, what is showing is a lot of stress in some areas, whether you feel it or not. Watch out, maybe, you know, your health and well-being is showing up. Your stomach, maybe your lower part, something here. It could be stress related. You know, another thing is your service to others is, where are you overextending? That's not good for your health. Okay, that did come through. Okay, because we see this whole energy here. This is a really new beginnings are beckoning for the future here. Okay, I do see stress and strain. All right, so that's kind of showing up. And there's a lot going on. There's just changes that are happening here. Transformations, definitely. All right, and directions. But I see reshuffling before you get somewhere. But there is a life calling for you. It's like anything you take on. I mean, substitute teaching. There's something that's calling you in that area, and it is for the better or humanitarian pursuits too. So that is really interesting. But I just see successes coming in, okay? This is just amazing. Oh, yeah. I mean, you got, this is like fated energy too. It's like there is a life calling. Of course, you can pick and choose anything you want. You know, this is just a reading. You're trying to focus on what your life path is, and I asked for that, and you know, I'm lucky enough to get an idea of it here. But it's really, here's like a sword too, so it's like there's anything you set your mind to. Honestly, you're very creative, very smart, but like I'm telling you, it's really good to go into something like teaching that you'd be very successful. In fact, when you ask that question, you could be successful in anything you put your mind to. It's just amazing. I mean, you definitely got some endings coming here and new beginnings, okay? Trying to focus just on the career thing. So that is just incredibly interesting. Yeah, just be careful of any stress and strain, okay? I'm definitely seeing that. You're very organized too, and I don't know what it is. Something from the past is telling me I don't know if it's subconscious energy. It's like you're almost not sacrificed. You were like, you know how they say someone, you had to take the brunt of a sacrificial type of energy. It looks like it's connected to childhood, like you were just thrown to the wolves in some area. I don't know. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. It's almost like an example, a father figure just kind of just sacrifices the daughter in a way to... Oh, I'm having a hard time explaining this because this is something spiritual and it's really hard to explain. Like, for some reason you were... I don't know, it's a really deep embedded energy. something like you were almost not I mean, you know, I'm not talking about real sacrificial, but there is something that you were just like, not cut off, just thrown in, somehow. It's really hard to explain. Like, not the black sheep. I don't know. I would have to focus more on that because I'm focusing on career. So it just shows up something there, which is really interesting. Okay, let me see what else I see here for career. Yeah, I'm definitely seeing these changes going on. Definitely seeing these changes going on. Pay attention to your intuition. You've got really strong intuition. Very, very strong. Yep, you've got this all open here. You're definitely going to be creating your own reality. Blessings coming in too. All right, I really do see this. You have your yes answer to anything you want to also pursue. I mean, this is fate. This is an airplane. This is like spreading those wings. It's like you really can go, whatever you go after, you should be able to be successful in. You know, usually if I see this for career, some people are really unsuccessful and I'm like, you know, this is not good, move on. Yours is really open, so that's the best I could see on there for career. What I'm seeing here, okay, there's a few things that I have to say that I see here. Okay, one, you do have success on its way. You're definitely on a new journey. Be careful of, I don't know if it's lending money, loaning money. I do see that happening. Watch out for some expenses. I don't know if it's something that you need to repair. Okay, there's a situation, and it could be connected to home, or it's something with business. Like I said, there could be something unexpected or a situation you weren't properly prepared for and just pops up. Okay, so there is some surprises there. All right, so we are seeing that. Just be careful of any expectations you have from others, so you don't expect something from some other people in your life, because I do see you may be a little disappointed. I do see some jealousy around you. Be careful of people, you know, plagiarism, things like that. There are people who silently, they could be enemies, but you inspire them somehow. They kind of vicariously live through you. I definitely am seeing that with you. Okay, so that is showing up there. You know, I see that something may be returned to you. Either it's an application, something connected to money, maybe a check. I do see something of that showing up. I'm preparing for some either job interview, something important. Either it's a meeting or a presentation, something important with like work. Definitely, I'm seeing that energy there too. All right, now there is an ending to a situation. Okay, I do see a lot of sharp energy here too. So that can sometimes be careful of hasty actions too. It's a lot. It could be mental stress too. I do see things either from the past, maybe coming back that may be bothering you. There is youthful energy. I don't know if children are involved or something with that's connected. There is separation. It's like there's a sense of their separation, or there is a separation. I think someone could have been leaving or coming in or out of the home now. But I am seeing also here that you got to watch your health and well-being. We just went through that. There is a like juggling on second source of income. Okay, something like that's going to be coming up. I do see, you know, you more to yourself, but you're going to be, it's very creative energy, very wise creative energy. You're going to eventually be successful. Okay, just keep pushing on. You really can start anything you want. I'm just seeing a lot of successes coming your way. Okay, a lot of successes. Let's see what the cards have to say. Okay, I love this. Okay, you got the Ace of Clubs. When the Ace of Clubs comes in, and I'm looking at this as the overall energy, and what's happening. First of all, that is right there, new beginnings. This talks about communications. This talks about strong desire and knowledge. Again, education comes through here. Your talents are coming through here. Creative thinking. All right, this is definitely new beginnings. This is recognition, financial gains. So through your creativity, through your original thinking, through all your talents, which I've been seeing in the cup, and there is some kind of, it's got to do with education or knowledge. Okay, it's just interesting because I'm focusing now on career. This is how I'm interpreting it then. Pay attention to some messages also that come through, like text messages, phone messages, things like that. There should be messages coming through, but this is a new beginning starting off. So you are on the brink of a new beginning. Okay, interesting. And it's a club. So that was really good to come with. And you get the 3 of clubs. Wow. Oh, there you go. There's teaching again, but we'll get to that. 8 of diamonds, 10 of clubs. Wow. Okay, you got a lot of club cards. Now, the best thing what's good when you have a lot of clubs is, yes, there's a lot of energy. There's a lot of action. This is great. I mean, unbelievable creativity. So it's really confirming what I'm seeing in the cup. Oh my God, you'd be so interesting to read everything for you. 8 of diamonds. To have that in between all that, that means there you have power to create again. And it's an 8. So putting so much power and focus on your creativity and your pursuits, you're going to be successful. I mean, you need one of these diamonds to be able to put all that creative energy to work. So this is really confirming it. With the 3 of clubs here, again, this is creativity. This is the card of the fighter. You know, traditionally this can talk about, you know, fighting, persevering, pushing on. You may have some, you know, conflicts, arguments. Don't listen to what anybody else says. Don't let any chatter in your head stop you either. You could be internally fighting with yourself, okay? That's another thing we could say, but it can be fighting. But this talks about mental creativity. This talks about, yeah, there's worry connected to it again. Indecision, though, mental stress. So we are seeing that. But this is putting a lot of energy into teaching, writing, the performing arts, very creative. I'm telling you, it's all pushing you. I saw that in the cup, the life path to some kind of teaching, anything that will teach, create knowledge. So, I mean, you know, it could be in the medical field, anywhere that you'd be very successful at. With the 8 of diamonds here, this is like the best path to follow. This is what you don't maybe know too, because this is sometimes saying things that you do know. So you do kind of know this about yourself. And I'm looking here now, things that maybe you don't know possibly, but this is money coming in. This is the card of money. Unexpected money coming to you later, okay? It's great to budget now, but this does talk about good luck on your fortune, okay? Fortunate times ahead. So really putting energy into these areas is going to bring you fortune, okay? So this is something to come. Here's the best path to follow, and this is such a beautiful card. This is one of the most powerful cards in the deck. I love it. This is the card of a journey. This is the card of travel, and this is what we're focusing on too. This sometimes does denote real physical travel, like maybe an airplane trip. We're talking about that. A vacation coming up, you know, visiting family, attending weddings, things like that. But what this denotes is a powerful new beginning. It's a 10. It denotes happiness, good fortune. It's great omen for new beginnings. So we're seeing powerful new beginnings. It's reconfirming it here with the clubs. You have an amazing reading. Now, you got the 5 of clubs. The 5 of clubs, this is renovating. This is a need. This is a need for change in your life. This is dissatisfaction with current way of living. And it's occurring, okay? 5s are always change and travel connected too. This is a need to change it now, okay? Now, this can denote, which I did see, there could be envy and jealousy around you, whether you know it or not, at this period of time too, okay? This is time of making new plans, new hobbies. You can take hobbies and create a business out of it, okay? Like, for example, I never even thought of doing this on YouTube. I was practically pushed into this. And it was like, I have so many things I can do too, believe me. And it's like, I I was pushed into this. Let's put it that way. But you can make money out of your hobbies and do something you like too. Okay, so that is something that's showing up here. Again, creative energy. Very active, action-oriented card too. But it does denote changes and things that need to be changed. Okay, but you got to watch out. There are people around you that could be jealous. Also trying to maybe copy you. Okay, in some way. I feel living vicariously through you. Okay, it's really showing up. When I'm looking at the overall here, again, this is reconfirming with the whole reading, someone living vicariously through you. Now, with the 5 here, and what I'm seeing here with the 3 aligned, I am seeing that it's either you're hurt by someone, you feel betrayed, there was so much energy put into this person or this situation. There is definitely jealousy. There is jealousy around. Okay, someone is definitely jealous. But you have a spiritual connection here. And this is spiritually connecting to work. So meaning using your intuition. You could even do, I don't know if you know how to do divination. That would be too, because you're very intuitive, whether you realize it or not. There is a spiritual connection to work. Okay, working with people who are on your path. Okay, and there is some spiritual path connected here. You are definitely on a new journey, a huge new journey. You need to take away negativity from others, okay, that were around you or that put you down somehow, whatever it is. There is some negative energy around people. You are definitely on a new journey, new venture, okay? Now, with the ace, with this all combined too, there is some luck. You're on a lucky streak with love, meaning whatever you love to do, or because we're looking at career too, but there is luck in love. All right, I see new path with love, health, and work. Okay, the thing is, because I see the worry too, don't doubt things too much. And I saw that, the stress here too. Don't doubt things. There is a new chapter. There is new people, lots of new people coming into your life. I see a very strong, powerful new beginning, and, getting over the past. There's something linked to the past, letting go and healing from something. So it's a spiritual type of message too. I mean, this is a beautiful reading. So I'm really interested wherever you pick to go. You almost have that choice in creating your own reality. Okay, so just, you're going to be very serious, more serious, and trying to focus on where you want to go. That's what showed up into your reading, and it looks great. And I hope that made sense to you. Yeah, and I hope you have happy holidays, a wonderful new year. I'm glad this year's ending. I don't know, it's been very challenging for a lot. I'm a Cancer myself, so I went through some climaxes the past few months. But I'm also on a new life journey with some stuff too. I've been in forensics forever, and I'm trying to incorporate this metaphysical side with my very logical side. Okay? Yeah, psychic awareness too. There's blessings coming from the universe and psychic awareness. So very spiritual, very spiritual. Well, anyway, Anne, I hope this made sense. I wish you all the best. And yeah, bye for now.